Gonna make the profiles boom, 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 boom. What it is, I'm gonna tell you what it is today on Gunner's Profiles. What it is real life, real talk by someone who really did it. And what it isn't is added preservatives and bullshit, right? Now let's get straight to it. As you can tell by that thumbnail right there, just that one with the 3 vatos, 2 in the front and 1 in the back. It go down like that sometimes, man. High Desert State Prison, as we all know, the most notorious prison in California, period. You know, you're going to have arguments. People are going to say Pelican Bay. People are going to say some of the prisons down south. You know, I guess it depends on what yard you're actually on, which is the most vicious at that point in time, because that's the one that's affecting your fucking vida, right? Menudo. But right here, I'm going to say it with my chest on power rule that in real life, High Desert has been known to go body for body, right? People have come up short at High Desert. Now, these 3 individuals that you see on the thumbnail were involved in something allegedly. Okay, I'm not here to name names. I'm not here to say height, weight, stamina, fucking, you know, type of fighting style. You know, that's not my get down. That's not what I'm here to say. There's no motive behind it. As far as I'm concerned, whatever the reasoning is behind this guy coming up deceased, the guy in the middle, it's better left unsaid, and it needs to be proven in court, and people need to do their jobs, and that's why they were hired. Now, at the same time, it's another day. It's another walk in the park, Holmes. It's another fucking day at High Desert. Okay, anyone that doesn't understand California politics and California rules and regulations when you get incarcerated, I will tell you, like I've said over and over again, you will come up short if you don't play the game right. Sometimes you'll come up short if people just don't like you. Sometimes you'll come up short because you just walked in and you were short motherfucker. You was born short, right? But you can come up short various different reasons. And what I mean by coming up short, I mean by ending up getting flown out of there, getting stretched out on the stretcher, being murdered or killed, right? And in this instant, these 3 individuals were involved with what they're saying is a murder. Okay, another one that happened at High Desert. Now, this is like every other weekly thing that happens. You know, there's been several other murders throughout the state. I think, in fact, just this last week, there was another one that happened. I'm not too sure. I believe it happened at Kern Valley State Prison as well, as where 2 Woods were involved with what they said, the stabbing of another Wood. And it happens. It happens, man. It's politics. It's prison. You know, to sit here and go into the inner details and the inner workings of why, how, when, and the reasonings behind it would be frivolous, and it's none of our business. At the end of the day, it's just another instance of, man, what a difference a day makes in prison, huh? You know, you can wake up one day and think everything's fine on that yard. It's all going good in the hood. Says, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to get me some menudo, right? Hey, this vato me 2 sopas. This vato me 2 sopas. That vato got 2 pedazos. And that's it, right? Done. Game over. Now, I'm not going to say any of these guys are innocent. And I'm not going to say any of these guys are guilty. Not even the victims in these situations. Because when you're playing the game, there's going to be a lot of people out there that say, well, they know what they signed up for. Okay? Again, man, young ways of thinking and young mentalities, right? And I'm not saying usually by youngsters. There's old motherfuckers that think young, right? When I'm saying thinking young, I'm saying you're not thinking wise beyond your years. You're not thinking intelligently or seasoned. You're not a vet that could dance underwater and not get wet, okay? What you're thinking is of a mentality of gang-banging street mentality. Anybody can get it. I can give a fuck less. This is West Side, and let's do it, right? That's how motherfuckers are thinking. But in prison, it's more respectful, it's more poised, it's more get off when the gente are mad or when you're told to get off, right? Now, everyone will answer to someone. You know, in these situations, when people come up dead or people come up murdered on a yard and there's an investigation, more than likely, that's just it, an investigation, man. Now, back in the days, 70s, 80s, it was a lot harder for the placas to pry teeth from people, meaning people kept their fucking mouths shut and just went about their daily business. It was, if your name was Bennett, you definitely wasn't fucking up Bennett, right? It wasn't none of your business. It was in a menudo style. You just kept walking that linea, kept walking on that tira, and go get your fucking chicken dinner. That's it, right? Plain and simple. It was just another day. You know, in High Desert, For any of you that don't know and that have never been there, I myself have never been to High Desert State Prison. My brother did walk the Yarda B Yard High Desert when it was fully functioning. And at the time that he was there, they were going at it pretty extensively with the Kumis, right? Kumis being the 415s, the Africano brothers, man. The North and the Afrikaners were going at it quite extensively, man. What is stemmed from? You know, a lot of this and a lot of that, a lot of he said, she said, more he said than she said, right? But I will tell you at the end of the day, man, there was a lot of bodies. There was a lot of fucking victims. There was a lot of shit that happened. And then all of a sudden it stops. It stops when whoever is in position to make it stop decides that's enough. Enough is enough. But until they say enough is enough, you need to keep going. Okay? Prison is a place of war. Prison is never at peace. Okay? For those of you that think this anti-hostilities and certain things, man, have made it so that way it's peaceful out there. It might be a little bit more comfortable. It might be a little bit more easy to fraternize with certain individuals you necessarily wouldn't have a long time ago. But by no means does it mean you need to let your guard down. Your guard needs to always be up when you're in prison. As an individual man, you need to have your guard up because people will take everything you have, including your life. And that's what should mean first and foremost to anyone. I know it does to me, right? So that's what should mean the most to anybody is their life. Now, when you get caught up in certain situations, and I'm not saying this is the situation that led up to the demise of this character in the middle, man. I'm saying that this guy, you know, found himself maybe in a situation where, you know, he had went against the grain or he had did something that the group that he's affiliated with decided, you know, that by no other means there was no way to rectify the situation. And usually when it's a murder in prison, man, it's because of that reason and that reason only. You know, there's plenty of chances given. Now, I come from an era of no chance given. You know what I mean? Can I have a second chance? Gone. Fuck you, bitch. There never was a first chance, right? There's no chances given. Life ain't a game of chance, right? So look, watch out. Can I roll again? I rolled a crapped out, Holmes. Can I get a second chance? Charlie, Holmes, you need, give me that money. Separate mine's from yours, right? Well, I don't got none. Exactly. This is mine's now. It's never yours again, right? And I'm out, right? I'm out skis, Vamuskis, shoot the moon. Hey, can I play again? Do you have some more money? Well, Charlie, I was hoping you could. Well, you was hoping wrong, Holmes. You hoped. You know what I mean? Hey, hope and chance are two words that are not in my fucking pinchy vocabulary. Say it with your chest, Wes, right? That's just how it is. But I will say this. You know, High Desert being the most notorious prison that I've ever heard of, and so many people have spoken on, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that another body falls in High Desert. It seems like this is a breeding ground for treachery. This is a breeding ground for murder. This is absolutely a breeding ground. This is what prison is intended to look like in California. Okay? A lot of people go into prison and it's a walk in the beachy park. Hey, Holmes, I did time on a 2-yard. Holmes, it was all good in the hood. Oh, was it, bitch? Right? Well, so I'm scared. Did you go to High Desert? Nah, fuck no. I ain't trying to go to High Desert. Them motherfuckers over there will stab you. You'll only be stabbed and you'll only be maimed and you'll only be hurt, right? If you put yourself in situations that deem that's what's going to happen to you. Okay, if you know that you're going to succumb to situations like that, then absolutely you don't want to go to High Desert. You know, because there's certain situations in prison, man, you can find yourself caught up and you didn't even do shit. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean when someone gets hit that they're a piece of shit or that they did something wrong, Holmes. They could have did something right, and right is wrong and wrong is right. You read between the pinchy lines, right? If you go against the grain, man, and you're not going with what your people deem at that point in time is right or is righteous, then you can be hit. It's as simple as that. Today, if our color that we wear is blue, motherfucker, and tomorrow the color we wear is red, and you fucked up and you wore a blue shirt today and tomorrow, well, guess what? Tomorrow you're getting hit. Where today you were good and tomorrow you're not. It's that simple. It's kind of like, and let's take, for instance, you know, certain individuals that are high power or have status or somebody, right? And we're not going to say from what groups. Let's just say somebody's well respected, well seasoned. And they're giving that utmost respect, man. They're giving that their props and they're the one, they're the man. And all the little homies are like, yeah, that's the homeboy right there. That fool's all that got it down with the big old whip. He's just the one, right? He's got the CR and the cranca, right? And then the next day, he gets hit for something that happened 10 years ago. Well, now all of a sudden, them same little homies that was looking up to him yesterday and he was the man. Well, now they're like, oh, he's a piece of shit, Holmes. He's a degenerate. He's no good. Well, what happened? Yeah, yesterday? It was all good in the hood yesterday. Yeah, hey, what a difference a day makes. He knows what he signed up for, right? Okay, you'll get your time to shine too, and you will see what you signed up for, right? That's how prison is. Do I see it as wrong or right? Well, when a person loses their life, it's never right. It's never a good thing, but it's something that happens. Yes, it is something that you signed up for. Not necessarily, hey, so, okay, right here on this line where it says I could be murdered if I don't do push-ups, do I sign right there or do I sign below where it says if I fucking don't eat everything on my plate, I could be whacked, right? Oh, sign them both because they're both righteous. Both? Right? Oh, okay, right. Look, it's not necessarily signing up for nothing. It's getting involved in the criminal lifestyle. The criminal mentality says that you can succumb to whatever the politics and whatever the policies are on that said prison within that group, okay? Now, I'm speaking about all groups. North, South, Woods, Boot Dogs, right? All the different groups, all the different organizations have their own different rules and regulations. Yes, indeed. I wrote graffiti on the bus. That's a fact, right? And just because you do something over here doesn't necessarily mean you could do something over there. And just because you do something over there doesn't mean you're going to do it over here, bitch, right? It just ain't going to happen. And I'm going to say that with my chest on pow, rope. You know, you're just not going to do certain things. And if you think you can get away with something and someone's not going to tell on you or someone's not going to report it or strike you up or fucking let the homeboys know that you got caught slipping, Humps, then you're confused. You're Fulio. Your name's motherfucking Don Julio, right? And not the type you drink, right? And I'm going to tell you why. Because nothing flies under the radar in prison. Everybody has antennas and they're all up. And everybody is watching everybody hoping that the motherfucker makes a mistake so they can get some action tonight. Orale, Rosie. You know what I mean? You might not want to throw over. I might mistake you for Rosie. Orale. Motherfuckers want to see Rosie, Humps, right? They want to see someone get whacked. Why? Because they want to, are you not entertained? They want to be entertained. It's about entertainment. Imagine if you're bored and every day it's the same old thing. You're hitting that dusty ass track on that yard, Holmes. You're doing your burpees. You're fucking just maintaining, doing your program. Eventually, after a while, you want to watch a good movie, right? Well, that's movie night in high desert. In high desert, places like Kern Valley, places like Centinela, places like Calipatria, places like Chino, places like New Folsom, places like Salinas Valley, Solano, Pleasant Valley. These prisons, Pelican Bay, yo, yeah, yo, making mayo, right? They're not playing, okay? Traditionally, these are the prisons where they will whack you and hit you. But you could be hit anywhere from Mule Creek to Jamestown to fucking Chuckawalla, right? They're not fucking with it, right? And that's just how it is. It just depends on the mentality of man that's there and what the situation is. Now, we all know about the traditional reasons why people get murdered, okay? Drug debts, you know, speaking on the next man's business, involving yourself in business that isn't yours, you know, not following the rules and regulations, you know, that were put out there for you. If you get a fucking paloma or wheela or a missive or something that says you need to do something right, you know, you can question it. But eventually, fucking, if they say do it, Holmes, then you're going to have to do it. Okay? In some instances, you can't even question it. Because if you question it, then guess what happens? Now you're the one getting hit. It's just the way life is, man. Like the youngsters are going to say, what, you know what you signed up for? Nah, bro, I don't think the Vato signed up for life, right? He signed up to go, do his fucking whatever he's doing, man. Go in there, do his time, Holmes. Become a soldado for the gente, man. Stand his ground if there's fucking a threat to the people. And then get on out, man, and go back to his family and live another day, right? But you notice that a lot of people, man, right, are out there running amok anyways, getting high, tweaking with their homeboys, kicking on backs. They're not tripping off their kids or their familias or their hyena or none of that. They're in the mix, Holmes. They're in the game. They're with the home. They'd rather fucking, instead of being with their hyena, getting some fucking Arby's that night, Charlie, Holmes. You know what they'd rather be doing? Kicking in the garage with 6 homeboys smoking scante. That's their get down, right? Then all of a sudden they get incarcerated. They have an epiphany. That's what it's called, right? Oh shit, my old lady still sticking with me, man. She means a lot to me, Holmes. I never knew it, Holmes. I never knew she fucking loved me like that. I never knew love like this before. Oh, now they know love like that before. And now all of a sudden, Holmes, the same homeboy that didn't give a fuck before, he's being told, hey, we need you to handle this. Oh, because see, the way that my lady told me, the way my account works is that, they hit you. Places like high desert, man, there's no tolerance for any type of softness. That is not a place built by Charmin. That is a place built by cinder blocks, right? You need to be hard as cinder. They're not playing, Holmes, because if not, you can go up in flames like Tinder. That's just how it is. When I said Tinder, what does like Tinder? My account, I got a Tinder account, right? Not Charlie, Holmes. Not that one, Bob. Also, look, prison is prison. High desert is a different type of prison. Okay, it is a prison built by reputation. It's kind of like when I was with the youth authority. YTS and Chad were built by reputation. They were not built by block or chain link by chain link or razor wire by razor wire, homie. These are the ones that were built by the reputation of the individuals that were put in them facilities. Motherfuckers getting thrown off tiras. Motherfuckers getting hit with long pieces of metal, 6-inch plus, preferably, right? People that were going for the kill shot. People that were choking people out. People that were stomping motherfucking brains out. These are the individuals that made them prisons and them YAs and them facilities notorious. It's not the place in actuality of itself. It's the people that are sent there. And high desert, they send the people with no hopes, no aspirations. The worst of the worst is what they consider. Now, I believe all men have hope. I believe all men have get backs. I believe all men should be given. Yes, even though I don't believe in it, but I said it. The little bit I let it. The second chance in life. Maybe not necessarily sent up to no man's land, Holmes, but given an opportunity, man, to be able to facilitate some type of visita with their family, to fucking build a relationship with their children, whether they're a lifer without the possibility or not. These are just my ways of thinking, you know? But maybe I'm wrong, right? And what it's done by sending these people up to places like high desert and these other prisons far away from their families, as it's made a breeding ground for murder, a breeding ground for treachery, a breeding ground for I don't give a fuck. That attitude is bred into people now, okay? You automatically know from reception if you're going to high desert, Holmes, it's on and cracking. You know, people hear that from the gate. Damn, you're going to high desert? Sorry about your luck, right? Sorry about my luck? What do you mean? Let's see, what, you know what I mean? Flip a coin, let's see, flip a coin, heads or tails, right? What if I... So what does it entail? You know what I mean? What's heads and what's tails, right? So let's get heads, you're going to get hit. Tails, you're probably not, right? Well, shit, I hope I get tails. I got heads. Yep, we all get heads. Anyways, that's just how it is. But yes, these two individuals on the left and right-hand side supposedly hit this guy with metal this past week. Like I said, it's always going to be alleged because we're not sure. They could have just been in the proximity, the vicinity, man, and it got put on them. Now, I know... of the guy in the middle, I know exactly who he is. And like I said, in this instance, I'm not going to name names because the status of certain individuals involved in this, man, means that it was something important that happened, right? Now, as far as the white guy that got hit in Kern Valley, I'm sure that also was as important. Every time a man gets killed and they deem that it's necessary to take him off the map, to fucking put metal in him and to fucking get rid of him off the yard, it's pretty serious, okay? Back in the 90s, 2000s, it was more about whacking. People were getting sliced across their cara. People were getting fucking removed. You could pretty much tell someone who got, put in the hat or was no good by the fucking scar on their face. Nowadays, it's not about that anymore. Now, razors are not being used. It's all about metal. They're playing for keeps now. Things have changed. There is no tolerance for insubordination. There's no tolerance for cowardice. There's no tolerance for being a traitor or for jumping ship or fucking denying the undeniable. It's what it is, man. California prison is becoming more vicious daily. Now with all these fucking CDC new rules being implemented, people are on their toes and people are playing for keeps, man. And it's just unfortunate that, again, man, another body has fallen in high desert as well as Kern Valley, man. It happens, you know. Will it ever change? I highly fucking doubt it, man. Prison is prison. It's been like that since before us. It's going to be like that after us. But we continue as YouTubers, man, to bring you updates on certain situations. Absolutely, you know, it's always unfortunate. And I like to bring it out there. People say, well, why are you speaking on business that ain't yours? A lot of these things that happen, no one even hears about them unless we speak on them and let it be known, that bodies are falling, man, all around us. And it's up to us, and we're able to put it out there for the people so that people know, man, that there's people that are coming up short. There's lives being taken, man, and there's people that are losing family members. And there's people that are losing, the guys even that supposedly did this, right? Their families are affected. A lot of families are affected, whereas back in the past, man, the CDC would have swept it under the rug and it's done, homes, and we're not even going to ever hear about it. They just disappear with the wind. Well, we're letting their voices be felt and heard, man. And that's just what it is. Anyways, unfortunate. Again, high desert proves it is exactly what I said it is. The concrete jungle. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. I hope that you never have to go to a place like high desert, because it ain't no fucking joke. That's real. It's about as real as it gets. So let's get started. Lock me up in Siberia. See, I'd rather go there with the fucking, you know what I mean? How the German shepherds are barking. Fuck that. Because over there in high desert, they'll just kill you. They ain't playing. Anyways, if you like this, please hit that like and subscribe one time for me. If not, thumbs down. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle for what I truly believe in, and that's coming together as a people so we can prevent our young gente from going to places like high desert and getting stabbed 100 times. Because it be like that sometimes. With that being said, this is the gun. Styling, woo, and profiling. Ba-da-ba.